Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be, and welcome back to the Spion Klopp TV. I'm your host, Aldo, and I hope you're having a fantastic weekend, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. There's been a lot happening on the transfer front, so without further ado, let's jump straight into it. And Liverpool are moving closer to agreeing a deal for Paris Saint-Germain French winger Bradley Barcola. It's been revealed to Football Insider that no formal offer has been yet sent to PSG, but he has told them that he's open to the move. Fabrizio Romano came out and broke a bomber. He said there is no news and there's no links. This has come out of the blue that PSG are in negotiations to sign one of the best young talents on the wing in Europe, the 21-year-old Belgian winger from Ajax, Mika Gertz. Because PSG are pushing for the deal, PSG have already met the player and the player is ready to move. So if both clubs can reach an agreement, this deal could get done. Now staying with PSG, and Magnus Akalush is now a Paris Saint-Germain player after a €50 million transfer fee between AS Monaco and PSG was agreed. Everything is sorted on the player's side, but reports in England suggested that Liverpool were interested in Akalush. This has never been the case. Liverpool were never involved in any negotiations whatsoever, as the player said he only wanted to join Paris Saint-Germain. The deal is done, he is on holiday and he will travel to the French capital next week, where he will undergo his medical and sign a 5-year contract. PSG also want to sign French international Ferran Torres from Barcelona. Why so many players? Well, Barcelona do not want to sell the player this summer, but it's also up to Ferran Torres to decide. And if he tells Barcelona he wants to go to PSG, then it's a different story. And as I've just read there, Ferran Torres wants to go to Barcelona, and I have some breaking news on this story. It has just broke that Ferran Torres has told people close to him and his teammates that he wants to leave Barcelona and go to PSG and play in the French capital. So talks between Barcelona and PSG are expected to begin next week over the transfer of Ferran Torres. First of all, you've got Jones Elliott to Atletico Madrid. Then you've got Akalush second, and you've got Jones Elliott to AC Milan. The target is Ferran Torres, who has just said that he wants to join PSG, and he's told friends and his teammates that he wants to go. So that is a transfer which will probably get done now. So the third one is Bradley Barcola, and the situation is simply this. Fabrizio Romano went on to say, I've told you since April, May, June and July, Barcola to Liverpool. Personal terms are not an issue, it has been an exclusive of the summer, so the next step is the official bid, the fee and the financial side, because Liverpool are not going to pay the 170 million that PSG are asking. I can tell you this, he went on to say, they need to find a reasonable pricing, the conversation is continuing and Liverpool are talking to PSG, so patience is required and things will continue next week. Now moving on to Curtis Jones, he's moving closer to a move to Inter Milan, as Inter Milan have offered 35 million. Liverpool are asking for 40 million, but Liverpool could quite now accept the offer of 35. Jones wants to leave Liverpool with no talks over a new contract and no contract on offer. I fully expect Curtis Jones to leave in this transfer window, and for me, he should have gone 2 years ago. He's never been good enough. I've never rated him. He's a championship player at best. Yes, he's a local lad in the Scouser, but that doesn't make you good enough to play for Liverpool Football Club. For me, I think he's overrated, and looking at the way his attitude is and the way he behaved after the game against Wrexham the other night in America, he behaved like a spoiled brat, like a petulant kid who was throwing his toys all over the place. And for me, it was disrespectful to his teammates and to the badge and to the club, and it should not have happened, not in front of the watching millions and the people who pay good money to attend that friendly. It was totally unprofessional, and Curtis Jones, for me, the sooner he's out the door, the better. That's my opinion, and if fans of Curtis Jones don't like it, well, there it is, suck on an egg, as I say. But that's my opinion. I've never rated Curtis Jones and I never ever will. So anyhow, I can't wait to see the back of him, and I think Curtis Jones will go and we will bring in a quality midfielder. For me, 35 million should go to the transfer fee towards bringing Adam Wharton into Liverpool. That's my opinion on it. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. If you don't agree, fine, but I respect all your opinions all the same. So, back to the transfer news. Moving on to the Championship, and Hull City are in talks over a deal to sign Manchester United and Liverpool linked defender, reports the Yorkshire Post, for Australian international Lucas Errington. The 18-year-old had a decent World Cup for the Socceroos, defying his tender age of 18, and he was solid at the back. Now, moving over to Turkey, and Turkish club Trabzonspor are now closing in on hijacking the Besiktas deal to sign Liverpool legend Mohamed Salah this summer. According to reports, the now Super League side Trabzonspor have taken advantage of Besiktas inaction as they close in on hijacking the deal. According to Folk Mercato, Gennaro San Agno, and the deal is worth €17 million. Back in the Premiership and over into London, and Tottenham Hotspur are still linked with a move for Liverpool Dutch midfielder Cody Gakpo. I've said for the last 2 months that Liverpool should sell Cody Gakpo for around £70 million, and I'd personally drive him to London myself. But it came out yesterday, and my good friend, Liverpool reporter David Lynch, also came out and said the same thing, that Liverpool have now slapped a transfer fee on him of £72 million. I said last 8 weeks ago that Cody Gakpo should go for 70 million. Yes, I'm repeating myself, but some people may have missed it, so let's just recap that. So 72 million is the asking price, and I think this deal could go through. I think De Zerbi looks at Cody Gakpo, and I think the way Spurs play under De Zerbi, it could suit Cody Gakpo. But the thing is, if Bradley Barcola comes in and Cody Gakpo leaves, Liverpool still need another midfielder on the left. So who are they going to target? That one remains to be seen. So let's crack on. Also, Liverpool have 2 other midfielders linked with moves away from the club this summer. No other than Harvey Elliott, who's just come back after a horrendous 12 months at Aston Villa, where he only played 10 games throughout the entire season in all competitions. Harvey Elliott said yesterday after training that he's happy to be back at Liverpool. The smile was back when he walked through the doors at AXA, and he's proud to wear the liver bird upon his chest again. Yes, we know he's a lifelong Liverpool fan from a child, but I don't think he's good enough to take Liverpool to the next level. And can you seriously see Liverpool competing for the Premier League title with Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones in midfield? Not for me. They never were good enough, basically. So it's move them on and bring better players in. Simple as that. So Alexis McAllister is another player who continues to be linked with a move away from Anfield. I think Alexis McAllister, we have definitely had the best of him. His legs have gone in the Premier League. He's not up to the pace anymore. He may have the quality, but he's not got it anymore, and he just can't cut the mustard. And Liverpool have been found wanting in midfield last season. Dominik Szoboszlai, he's the main man at the minute, with Ryan Gravenberch, who's looking really, really good in training now under Iraol. He's come back with vigour and vengeance, and he's looking really, really sharp. So Liverpool need to get some fresh meat in there, some real quality. I think we could have Adam Wharton in for sure, and Hendrick's been linked with from Real Madrid. But also, Liverpool need a centre-back. This is urgent for me. Liverpool are in crisis in the defensive area. At centre-back, we are in real trouble. Why? Because if Virgil van Dijk gets injured, who's going to come in? We've got Jeremy Jacquet, who's not kicked a ball in anger yet for Liverpool. We've got young Giovanni Leone, after his horrendous injury last season, who's been out for nearly a year, and he's still basically in rehabilitation and finding his feet again. So Liverpool need an absolute top-level centre-back, and the one they've been linked with is from AC Milan, no other than Fiacco Tomori. He's 28 years old, he's in the peak of his years, and he's proved that he can hold his own at the Serie A giants in AC Milan at the San Siro. I think for the price what they're asking him, 35 million, it would be a great signing. I think Liverpool should stop messing about here and get the deal done and get this guy in. the sooner the better. Liverpool need to strengthen in the back four and at right back if they are going to be serious contenders for the Champions League and for the Premier League title. But with the business that other clubs are doing, example, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur and now Arsenal, who look like they've agreed terms with Vinicius Jr. and that broke last night just after 10 o'clock as I was wrapping up in the Spion Klopp. And if that is the case, if they've agreed terms with Vinny Jr. and that deal gets over the line, do you want my honest opinion? I can see Arsenal going back to back and winning the league. I just don't see anybody stopping them unless miracles happen and Liverpool turn into the team that we know they can be. Yes, I've got faith and I'm always fearful, but we need some more signings and we need them in sharpish. The transfer window's open until September, but we've only brought one body in through the door. So, Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards is gone. Richard Hughes, you need to pull your finger out before you go to Saudi. And to be honest with you, mate, I can't wait to see the back of you because you are just not doing what it says on the tin. You've let me down, you've let the club down, you've let the fan base down, and you wonder why we're angry? Well, says it all. If you work for Liverpool Football Club, you have got to be a cut above the rest. You have got to do what it says on the tin. No faffing, no cuffing, just straight talking. There's the card, there's my number, right? If you want to talk, we'll sit down and we'll get the deal done. If I was in Richard Hughes' position and Andoni Iraol wanted 5 players in this summer transfer window, can I tell you something for free? They'd all have been in America now, training at the camp, ready. All 5 in, raring to go for the new season. It would have been a transfer window, done, dusted, sealed. Let's get ready, let's go, come on. But that's not my job. I'm just a fan like everybody else. And yeah, I don't get angry. I'm past all that. Does it frustrate me? Yes, it does. But I can't do anything about it. I've just got to sit here, watch and report everything like every other channel does. But I'm putting my own spin on it. Whether you like it, fine. If you like it, wonderful. If you don't, you know where the door is. Simple. I'm not going to walk on eggshells, and if people need calling out, then I'm going to do it, no matter who they are or where they are. I'm going to say what I think and say what I feel. This is what Spion Klopp TV is all about. But let's get back to the transfer news. And Dominik Szoboszlai, basically, Harvey Elliott, sorry, I'll come back to Dominik in a second. Harvey Elliott, he's been linked with a move to Leeds United and West Ham of late, but it's looking likely he could end up at Leeds. And one of the former scouts at Aston Villa came out and said that Leeds United would be a good fit for Harvey Elliott. Harvey's also come out and said himself that he's undecided about his future, but he's happy to be back at Liverpool and he's enjoying the training under Andoni Iraol. Also, Florian Wirtz has said the same thing. He said he's loving the intensity, he's loving the pace of it. This is exactly what's been missing. And with the plans that Iraol has for Wirtz, I can't wait to see next season. I'm a Germany fan, and I know Florian Wirtz is one of the best in the business. And I honestly believe you will see the best of this guy now under Iraola. That's my honest opinion. Not only Wirtz, but also the rest of the squad as well. So Dominik Szoboszlai, it's looking like he's going to be named the vice captain behind Virgil van Dijk, and rightly so. I called this out before the end of last season when we were streaming, and I think Szoboszlai fits the job to a T. He's doing the job on the field and he's setting a fantastic example of it to the young lads in America and in pre-season. So Dominik Szoboszlai will wear that armband with distinction and he won't let the club down, that's for sure. But Szoboszlai, he's looking sharp, he's looking brilliant and he's ready to go. Staying with Liverpool on the training side of things, everything's in a good mood in Chicago, and Federico Chiesa is another one who's come out and said, and he's made it crystal clear, that he has no intentions of leaving Liverpool and going back to the Serie A. He's determined to stay at Liverpool and fight for his place. He loves the fans, he loves the club, and he loves wearing the jersey. And he has got the best song on the Cop, hasn't he? That's for sure. So, staying with the training side of things, Liverpool are in a good mood in Chicago as they play Leeds United tomorrow night in the final game in the States before they head back over to the UK at Soldier Field, the home of the Chicago Bears. Anyhow, and then they fly back to England and then they play Como in 2 games back to back before they head to St James's Park for the Premier League game of the season against Newcastle United, with 2 new managers in situ, so it's going to be a new manager bounce for Newcastle and a new manager bounce for Liverpool. So who's going to come out on top? With Eddie Howe leaving Newcastle, and it's been a sad week for the Geordies with the loss of their favourite son, Kevin Keegan, also an ex-Red. Kevin Keegan wore the number 7 shirt under the Bill Shankly era with distinction. He's an ex-England international, and he won the Ballon d'Or twice. He also played for Southampton and Hamburg. So my condolences go to the Keegan family, to his wife Jean, and to his son and his daughter. It's sad that Kevin Keegan never got to say farewell to Newcastle like he wanted to, but from what I've seen on social media and on TV, the tributes that have been left at St James's Park speak for themselves, and that's a top class tribute from the people of Newcastle United, with fans from all over the world going to pay their respects. It's just a pity that the Liverpool fans have not done the same at Anfield, but no doubt Liverpool will pay their own tribute in their own way when they get back home. So, now, staying with everything, how do you feel, Reds, over what's happened at the moment? I've got a couple of questions for you, and these questions are simply this. Do you expect Alexis McAllister to leave? Do you think Curtis Jones will go to Inter Milan for £35 million? Will Cody Gakpo make the switch from Anfield to White Hart Lane for £72 million? Will Harvey Elliott, will he still be wearing the red of Liverpool, or will he choose to wear the lily white of Leeds United, or the claret and blue of West Ham United? These are questions which remain to be seen. So, get your answers in on the comments below and let me know what you think, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything what's coming up on Spion Klopp TV. Thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure putting this out for you again. And remember, as they always say, once a Red, always a Red, and you'll never walk alone. So whatever you're doing, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.